What's going on, my family? We are back with another video, and today we are talking about my thoughts on Ferra and my I guess my opinions on the state of the game right now. I don't know how long this video is going to be, so if it's crazy long, I'll definitely add some chapters in there for you to watch where you want to watch or what's important. But I want to just first talk about how Ferra is good for the game. You see a lot of people complaining Ferra and Motaro they do too much damage and all this other stuff. We need good people other than like the normal people that's on the game to be good. Now, if it's a little unfair, I don't care. Motaro literally went from bottom 1 character to, I think she's top 10. I know by herself, you know, she still got some stuff, like obviously she can get zoned really bad. Like she don't really have a way to get in with Ferra. So like there is some weaknesses and you can counterplay with Ferra when you have Motaro. Like obviously they move a lot, so you having to, you know, keep them out is tough. But like with Ferra, she does so much that you can, like it's just so much you can do. It's like ridiculous how much damage you get. And it's like, I know, okay, so if they toned it down to I'll say like if this combo, so like this combo right here, like do it really need to do, like do these combos really need to do as much as they're doing? Probably not, but I don't know about 5. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know about 5 something. I don't know about 530, 540. I think that's a little much. Now, if it was like, you know, doing something like this, if it gets you, I would say if it got you like 46, 48 even, like cool, because Motaro does need damage because it's hard for her to hit. But the fact that Ferra gives everybody mix, then I do think that, you know, everybody else should be doing, you know, somewhat the same thing, especially because she has this move. If I do this, if like it's bad. Because if we go, oh, I messed up. Hold on. Like that's like I know the people that are complaining are the people that don't play with Motaro, and I understand that because that is a lot of damage. But at the same time, like other people get things with Ferra too. So I don't know. I don't like the fact of like everybody's go-to thing is to like nerf the heck out of everybody. Now I would say instead of making Motaro a 2-touch, like make her like a 3-touch. If you do Motaro, because if I do 2 combos back to back, you're dead. I think I made a video on this as well. If I do this sequence, which I do it in a couple of my matches, it's very possible. Hold on. Because you gotta save the bar on the first one. It's just 2 bars, 2 cameos, and you're dead. Like 2 touches, you're dead. I didn't even use the fatal blow, but like that sequence is very possible, especially if you're playing, you know, you get the first hit, and by the time you start that other combo, you already have another bar. So if I'm doing that with Motaro, and then I do another mix-up, like it's crazy how much damage you can get. Now, I do understand, like I said, if it's 3-touch, I understand that. Because, you know, all Motaro really has, for the people that's complaining, all Motaro really got is that forward move, that move, that move and that's it. Because this is no mix-up. She can cancel it into that, or like that's unsafe. So she can do this, and like that's a little bit better, but that's it, right? So it is kind of hard for Motaro to mix people up and to really get in, you know. But you have to do stuff like this. You gotta like dash, like doing stuff like boom. Like you just have to do a lot of like mind games, and you have to always be moving when you're Motaro. Like even if you're just doing this, you just gotta always be moving when you're Motaro, because if you sit still and you let people think, they gotta be thinking like, okay, what's going on? You gotta always constantly be moving. So I don't know. You still have the option, and people don't understand this. You have the option to armor through anything that Ferra does. So I'm gonna have Motaro set to do armor like that, or not to do armor, do it to do Ferra. Like you can armor through that. I think you can jump as well. Like if you know they're gonna do the like it's not that it's like unbearably reacting to, because like even if you can mash out of it too. If they have a tendency, you can mash out of it. So I understand like why it's so strong, but like you can mash out of it. That's a stand one. Full combo, just from reacting to it. Like you can armor through it as soon as you put, like there's so much you can do against it. Now I don't think you can armor through the grab, because I think it's not enough frame. So if you don't want to play the guessing game, just armor through it. And that's some of my problems when it comes to some of this stuff with, you know, NRS or just the whole Mortal Kombat community in general. It's just like there's ways to lab stuff and figure stuff out. Now I do understand the whole meta behind like the Johnny Chameleons, the low hat stuff. Like that stuff gets annoying, but at least with Ferra, she makes the game feels a little bit more fast paced, and it's not just like the same thing. Like it's not something that's boring. Now I understand it's a safe mix. Do I think it should be completely safe? No. I do think it should be like -7, -8 with a little bit of pushback if we're doing. Now, like I said, I do think, you know, that being -5, I do think you can make it like -7, so at least can be like down 1 punish. Like the overhead is -2, like, and then I do agree with the mid being +3, it just gives you time. But because we do have a safe option, I do think that it's a little much to make the low and the overhead safe, because you have 4 options. So you got the mid, the low, the high, and the grab. Now, obviously the grab is unsafe, but at the same time, this is just some of my opinions as far as what I think would make Ferra not so, I guess, overpowered, because you do have, and that gives you armor. So that gives you armor, you can go into plus frames, and then you still have it. And that's the thing. So like it doesn't just go away. Even if you get hit, I hit somebody and they still had the flames on them. So yeah, those are just some of my ideas. Now I do think when we start talking about other characters and what we can do as far as the updates and stuff, now this is when I'm going to get into the characters. I am not going to lie, this is going to be another part of the video. I'll chapter it out for you. Let me just stay on cameos, because I can go all day. But let me just stay on cameos right now, right? Janet helps you do, you know, combo extenders and different things. I don't even think really anybody's using Janet's true potential when it comes to, you know, her Sento stance basically. So I'm just gonna leave that there. I played against a sub and Darrius combo, and I don't know. It was actually kind of good. I think the mix-ups that Darrius has with some of the armored moves that he have after you do his little stance, like it gives you a reason to use his full bar. It gives you reasons to pick him. So I think he's a good asset. I think he's a good pick, and I do think the buffs they made to him was necessary. I just think, I don't know, ambush cameos are kind of winning right now. Obviously Serena's the same. She hasn't really changed, but I don't think she needs to change. She's pretty even. I do love the fact that they raised the fact that or change the fact that you can do, you know, when you're doing his upward chopper thing, you can pick which side they go to. A little bit more control. That's great. Kano's the same. Sonya needs more buffs. I understand they made it an overhead. I understand the stuff she needs more. I'm sorry, she needs more. Sektor's being able to, you know, combo off of grabs. Not everybody can benefit off of that. So again, it's just a selected few they can use from. I do like the fact that his missiles do make them bounce if they're airborne. So that adds a little bit more for him as well. I'm not gonna lie. Frost needs more. It sucks to say it, but she just needs more buffs. I understand, like, the only reason why I don't like her move is I tried to do it with Natara, and Natara's all her moves are high, so we just go over the wall, and sometimes it messes up my combos to where I can't grab them. So I don't know, either they need to make it a true corner wall, like all the way up, or they need to give her another ambush move. I don't even know what they could do, so I'm not even gonna really suggest anything. Jax is pretty much the same. I think he's a solid cameo. Chameleon, pretty much the same. She's obviously no longer Natara's best cameo no more. That's Ferra. I think, you know, Chameleon's still good. I'm not mad at the changes they made to her. I just don't think that our initial reaction to changing the game is to nerf everybody. I think just make the other cameos better. That'll be cool. Mavado's cool, but I don't think, like, if anything, Ferra should take away health, but Ferra gives you so many options to convert. So does Mavado, but they took away health on Mavado, but not Ferra. Ferra actually gives you more health. I don't know the math, but I mean, I guess. Mavado's not a bad character. Like, you know, putting him with General Shao or Omni-Man or Reptile is like really where you benefit with Mavado. But other than that, I don't really see people use Mavado with anybody else. I know I see him with Smoke a little bit, but that's about it. I'm not even gonna talk about Tremor. He just needs a rework. I've seen somebody use a Liu Kang and a Johnny Cage with Tremor. Pretty good team, but all you gotta do is guess one time per round, and if they hit you, so what? Like, that's just a mix up for one time, and you're good for the rest of the round. I think the changes they made to Goro was great, but with it like taking the full bar and you can only use it like once a round, kind of sucks. But you do get a lot of damage per round, so I do understand. But if you miss it, it's a wrap. Like, if somebody got good defense, I can't see nobody using that, I would say, in tournament, because you're going against really, really good players, and the chances of you facing, sorry, there's a fly in my room and I keep trying to hit it, but the chances of you making that much contact guaranteed with, you know, a character or whoever you choose or whatever in tournament. But if you're just doing casuals, I played against some casuals. I got hit with Goro a couple times, and you know, I just knew what to kind of like what to look for real, especially with Tanya. Oh my gosh, that was the worst. Mavado's great. I think what they did to Mavado was good. If your thing is mix-ups, then Mavado obviously, or your thing is zoning. Actually, I lied. I'm taking that back. I've seen a couple clips where Mavado was with Liu Kang and Raiden and Scorpion, and all they was doing was running. I'm sorry, that makes the game boring. If they're gonna do that, at least make it like super unsafe, so if you do it, we can respond in some way. Yeah, I just didn't like that about Motaro, but I mean, it's a style. It opens up different styles where you gotta chase, you gotta counter pick a little bit. So I don't know. I can't complain too much because I use Ferra and Motaro. So I mean, if you use Motaro and that's what you wanna do, you wanna run, and that's how you play. I mean, that's how you play. I think the biggest issue is we don't have different types of playing styles. I feel like everybody's just this rush down character and all in your face. So yeah. Shujinko, I don't even know what they could do with this Kameo to make him better. Yeah, I have no clue what they could do with Shujinko because he I just don't think he's a good Kameo. Like that Shujinko is just not a good Kameo. Like he's bad. I don't understand what they were trying to do with him. I understand he copies stuff, but like the fact that you gotta charge him and then he's like gone. It's like if he was just a Kameo, like he don't even need an ambush. If he's just a Kameo that like charged itself, like that'd be cool. Like what's the harm in Shujinko charging itself? You can steal people's moves and he's a little stronger. Yeah, that's fine, but I don't know. He's just it's kind of hard because his mid is like -8 or 9 or something like that. I think it's like -12. I don't know. All right, so moving on, Kung Lao is pretty much the same. He's cool. They nerfed him a little bit, which I think was necessary. I just got tired of seeing, Kung Laos all over the place. Sub-Zero could use some help. He helps you from projectiles, but at the same time, he freezes, but it's only really on hit. I think he needs some more work to see him more. And a lot of this stuff is, I don't necessarily think they need more, but they obviously do because we need to see some more of these cameos. I hardly ever see anybody use Sub-Zero, Sonya, Frost, Shujinko, Stryker now. Like I remember everybody was using Stryker and ain't nobody using Stryker no more. Now I have been seeing a lot of people using Scorpion, but I think not because of the buff they gave him, but just because people are just getting a little bit more creative as far as like their combo routes. But not I've been playing a lot. I think I'm like Grandmaster, almost demigod rank, and I haven't seen not one person use the Scorpion buff, so I don't even know if he needs more or whatever. I think Scorpion's fine. Obviously, with the overhead being safe, that helped him out a lot. See him use some more. Now we're on a Stryker. Stryker, I don't like the recharge. He would be a way better pick if his recharge was a little bit faster. Now I do know the little grenades are annoying, but it just makes him not valuable to use them because his recharge is so long. Yeah, I just haven't seen Stryker or any of these cameos. I was gonna do a cameo rank. I might do that on my next video. But I mean, overall, most the cameos you really see the most is Janet Cage, Ferra, Chameleon, and that's really it. Janet Cage, Ferra, Chameleon, and then I see Mavado. So that's my opinion on this. I just wanted to give my thoughts on some of the cameos and where the game is currently at with Ferra. Just my thoughts on Ferra earlier. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. Like, do you guys think Ferra is too strong? Should she be nerfed? Should her overhead and lows be like super minus on block so it's punishable? What do y'all think? What are some of the characters and cameos that you feel like need buff? Like, what are some of your favorite buffs that you guys would recommend NRS to do? Like, let's say with Frost, like what else would you add to Frost if you think anything else needs to be added to Frost? But yeah, that's my opinion on what I think about the game so far. I am going to make another one talking about the characters, because I paid all this money for the DLCs and I don't use none of them. I don't use Omni-Man, Peacemaker, Homelander, Takeda, or Ermac. Now I was planning on making a video to where I start utilizing some of the DLC characters that I play with, and just kind of go in order. I had some videos on Ermac, so I might, you know, get back in with Ermac and then try out some Takeda combos and stuff like that. But you know, let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.